The first time you experience anything is usually the most memorable. First time traveling to a new country, exploring a new city, the first time you try new cuisine. First experiences often hold a very special place in our memories, leaving a lasting imprint on us. And in my relationship with my boyfriend Ryan, we've had the opportunity to explore numerous first times together through our travels. Traveling just opens up a whole world of friendships, possibilities, cultures, and of course, new experiences. Yet there was still one adventure that my boyfriend had never experienced, and that was going to a music festival. So in 2022, we packed our bags and set off for Barcelona, Spain, where we attended the Primavera Sound Festival. We ended up having so much fun, and the experience left my boyfriend wanting to plan another trip to see a different festival, but in another country. After some research, we discovered the Zamna Festival, which was located in Tulum, Mexico. This massive event spanned over the course of 16 days, offering an array of different artists, local and international, events, art installations, experiences, and just so much to explore and enjoy. We knew that this was going to be our next big trip. So come along with us as we pack our bags and we fly out to Tulum, Mexico to go explore the Zamna Festival. And if you're new here, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine Holder. I'm just a girl who loves to travel, and I bring you guys along with me on all of my travel journeys. I really try to stay away from the traditional touristy things when I explore new cities, and I share everything with you guys here on this channel. So if that sounds like your type of adventure, do consider subscribing. Now, before we get this video kicked off, I want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, which is Analuisany jewelry. All of their jewelry is tarnish proof, water resistant, humidity proof, so I knew that I was going to be the perfect person to actually test out their jewelry on my 2-week trip in Tulum. In the video, you'll see that I wore the jewelry in the pools, at the beach, in the cenotes, at the Zamna Festival. I did not take the jewelry off. Everything has been holding true so far. Nothing has tarnished at all, but of course, if that changes, I will let you guys know. For my subscribers, you guys know that I am originally from the United States, but I'm currently living abroad in Bali, Indonesia. So for all my international besties who are watching this video right now, Analuisany has you covered with some really affordable shipping options. And if you live inside the United States, then shipping is covered. And every single piece of jewelry comes with a 2-year warranty. So if you are looking to spoil yourself or spoil somebody else, do check out Analuisany. And I have a 25% off discount coupon code for you guys right down here in my description. Just go down there and grab it before it expires. Okay, so let's get this video kicked off. There was so many first experiences, good and bad, that happened in Tulum that I want to share with you guys. The Zamna Festival, us being able to explore a super exclusive cenote, and of course us being caught up in a situation that was a little bit unfavorable. I'm going to share everything with you guys in this video. Let's go get started. Getting to Tulum, you have a few different options. You can either fly into the Cancun airport and drive the 1.5-hour drive from Cancun to Tulum, or you can fly into the brand new Tulum airport that was just built. So be sure to check out your options. We ended up renting a car from Almo Car Rental in advance. However, when we arrived to the Almo Car Rental counter in the Cancun airport, they told us that the car we had reserved was no longer available and they didn't have any cars for us. So instead, we actually had to leave the Cancun airport to go to Almo's office just outside of the airport to try to figure out if we were even going to get a car for this trip. After going back and forth with them for a little bit, they finally said that the only cars that they had available, of course, were going to be bigger and more expensive cars. We ended up just agreeing to the upgrade because, again, we were going to be in Tulum for 2 weeks and we knew we needed a car. The upgrade ended up costing us an additional $400. In the end, it didn't really matter because we still ended up saving a lot of money since taxis in Tulum can range anywhere from $50 to $100 US for a single ride. Okay, so obviously whenever you rent a car anywhere, I think this is always a good rule of thumb. You always want to take videos. So we're gonna go ahead and take videos now of every single inch of the car. So we got our rental, thank the Lord. So now we head to Tulum. The journey from Cancun to Tulum is pretty straightforward, and this was my first time driving a car in Mexico. I found it to be super easy, and I strongly recommend renting a car when visiting Tulum as it's going to significantly enhance your mobility, convenience, and of course save you a lot of money. We rented a spot from Airbnb. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment located in Aldeazama. We chose this neighborhood for many reasons, but mainly because of the location. It's highly walkable with lots of cafes, restaurants in the neighborhood, and it's perfectly situated between Tulum's busy beachfront road and the city center. There's also a gym, a big grocery store, and most importantly, it's only a 15-minute drive from where the Zamna Festival is being held. The rest of our day was pretty chill and relaxed. We got dinner in Tulum City Center, we went home, unpacked, and got ready for tomorrow since it was going to be the first day of Zamna Festival. But we also had a really big excursion planned first thing in the morning. So we are about to go into a cave. We don't know anything about it. We don't know the name of it yet, but I'm gonna take you guys along with me and we'll go check it out.
A few moments later.
Shoot. Forget. Re-edit.
Okay.
So Jazz asks me, or tells me yesterday that this is what we're going to be doing. She's like, but if it's too scary, like we don't have to go. And I was like, the face Ryan made, he was like too scary. And I was like, why would it be scary? Come to find out, Jazz is a little afraid.
I'm scared.
Because it's underground?
Yes.
Okay.
It's because it's underground.
Well, and I think it'll be fun.
I think it's gonna be fun too.
I'm scared now a little bit too though.
Well, I tried to warn you.
I'm not scared, just trying to make you feel better.
Okay, I'm sure it'll be fun.
We'll see you guys at the cenote.
As we began to descend underground, the anticipation was rising in all of us and we could all feel the excitement, especially since we found out about this cenote through word of mouth, and it's located on private property hosted by a local family away from the public eye. Just the privilege of even being able to visit this cenote definitely added a layer of awe to the adventure. As we made our way through the cold water, walking for roughly about 25 minutes, we would stop occasionally to hear facts about the cenote from our guide. We also learned that the Mayans believed cenotes were windows or portals into the underworld. Cenotes in the Mayan culture represented life and death. The deeper we walked into the cenote, the darker it seemed to get, until finally there was a little pocket of light and we could actually see the heart of the cenote. But our walking path was fully submerged at this point, so we actually had to swim to reach the center of the cenote. Knowing how important these water oases were to the Mayans, and also just the exclusivity of us being able to explore the cenote, is a first experience I will never forget. That was actually insane.
It was fun.
It was really fun.
So the cenote was, we were in a cave the entire time, but I thought that whenever we went down to the cave, that we were just like gonna check it out and then like go back up and like go walk around the jungle some more. I didn't know like we were in there
Cave diving.
Yeah, we were
essentially.
in there. Oh. No, not quite. It was so silent. Like
that
you could
was
hear,
the first thing I noticed.
You could hear your stomach digesting. You could hear like the buzz of it. Like it was so quiet and so dark. Obviously we had flashlights, but then there was this one moment where we turned off all of the lights and you could not see, like you could not see your hand in front of you.
Eyes open, eyes closed, everything was the same pitch black.
It was crazy.
I've never experienced that amount of pitch black before ever in my entire life.
Maybe, no. When I was in the womb, I remember. All in all, I would say 10 out of 10 experience. And then we obviously got to the cenote.
Where we could finally see some light.
Yeah, there was like a little rope swing for us to jump into the water.
That was fun.
It was a good time. I had fun.
I've never ever experienced
And
that.
I'm happy that my expectations were low because it blew them all out of the water. Like I didn't know what to expect whatsoever.
I love that. I love that.
So overall 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Prep for tonight starts now with these electrolyte cocktails. It's 3 p.m. We have dinner in 2.5 hours.
We're gonna go to a really nice restaurant tonight, one of the oldest, most well-known restaurants called Hartwood. They change their menu every single day. It's more of a seafood-inspired restaurant. I'm actually really excited to try it out.
And then we've got kind music tonight.
Cheers to tonight. We're going to Zamna!
If you've ever wondered what it's like to go to the Zamna Festival, wonder no more, because we're going. And we're going to take you guys along.
See you guys there. First off, let's talk about the location. The festival is held only 15 minutes away from Tulum city center, making it a very convenient location. Taxis, on the other hand, will run you anywhere from $100 to $200 US one way to get to the festival. In order to save money, I do highly recommend renting a car and having a designated driver. If you do rent a car, there is paid parking inside and outside the festival grounds. We only ended up parking inside the festival grounds, which was anywhere from 500 to 600 pesos. But getting out later at the end of the night was a nightmare. We ended up sitting in traffic for an hour, sometimes even longer. So I'm thinking if you park outside on the main road, it might be better when leaving at the end of the night. I recommend taking screenshots of your tickets because once you actually get into the festival grounds, your cell service is going to be very spotty. And of course, if you go with the group, make sure you guys have a plan for a meeting location just in case you guys get separated. The Zamna Festival spans over the course of 16 days, so you have the opportunity to pick and choose which artists you really want to see and even attend multiple events while in Tulum. We ended up attending 3 nights of festivities over the course of 2 weeks, and thankfully we were able to space out all of the events, allowing time for us to catch up on sleep versus doing 3 nights back to back to back like most traditional festivals. For me, this was a huge appeal. We all ended up getting VIP for the Zamna Festival, and I would say it was definitely worth the extra money for us. Overall, it definitely elevated our experience, having access to a separate entrance with a shorter line, the VIP bathrooms with toilets and running water, the VIP bar with no lines, and of course the VIP sky deck, which was raised above the rest of the crowd, giving you a better view of the stage. From a logistical standpoint, the Zamna Festival was really set up in a way for you to have fun. They did a really good job making every single aspect of the festival fun and visually appealing. Even walkways between the different stages were decorated with lights and artwork, so when you took a little intermission from the festival to stroll from one stage to the next, it was still engaging. We had so much fun at the Zamna Festival that we've already bought our tickets to Zamna 2025, so we'll see you guys there next year. Brittany decided she wanted to stay out with some of the friends that we made, so she's still out. She's probably gonna walk through that door maybe in a couple hours, but for now, I'm going to sleep. Good night. This Tulum trip was filled with so many amazing first experiences, some that I will never forget. But like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, we did find ourselves in a unfavorable situation that I want to share with you guys a little bit. And I am coming to you guys raw, honest. I just want to sit down and have a conversation with you about what happened. I will say that I'm not going to tell the exact story of what happened. 1, because I wasn't there, and 2, it's not my story to tell. And I went back and forth for so long trying to decide if I was going to put this into this video. And in hindsight now, I think what I learned from this bad first experience that I went through is such valuable information, and I really want to share that with you guys. So when I recorded that clip of me coming into the Airbnb, we had partied all night long at Zamna Festival. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. But I thought Brittany was going to be coming home just maybe an hour after me. I really didn't think anything of it. I was so tired. I was like getting ready to go to bed. And little did I know that while I was recording that clip, she was actually on her way to the hospital in Tulum with some of her friends. Ryan and I were obviously very concerned. We had no idea what was going on, so we jumped in the car, rushed over to the hospital to greet Brittany and her friend group to see what had happened. What ended up unfolding once we got to the hospital was a series of horrible events, from being taken advantage of by the hospital, overpaying for medical services, trying to figure out how to contact the US Embassy in the state of crisis and an emergency, dealing with a friend who's having a medical emergency, trying to contact that friend's insurance, and just so much. And what I want to relay to you guys most was I was there watching this friend group go through this horrible experience. Again, I wasn't at the festival when it had happened, but I was watching them go through it, and my heart was absolutely breaking for them. And I can't tell you guys how helpless I felt because I couldn't help them. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what hospital to go to. I don't know how to contact the embassy. I don't even know what phone number to contact in an emergency in Mexico. And it made me realize how unprepared I was for a medical emergency. Thankfully, the person who went through the medical emergency is okay and everybody's okay. It was just a really scary, scary thing to watch your friends go through. So I had actually written down some insights and some notes that I want to share with you guys being on the other side of it, and things that I hope that you start to implement when you travel, and things that I'm starting to implement now when I travel. So the first thing is knowing how to contact medical emergencies in a foreign country. Every country has some form of 911, so making sure you know that before you travel. Number 2 is how to contact your embassy if you're outside of your country, knowing what the emergency number is for that embassy if you need help from them. Next is knowing what your insurance covers when you're traveling outside of your country. This is going to require you to do some due diligence beforehand, but knowing exactly what is covered and what isn't covered. And if you now know that your insurance is very limited if you travel outside of the country, then buying travel insurance for the duration of your trip to make sure that you're covered. And last is having money set aside for in a medical emergency, because, for example, in America, if I were to get in a car accident, I would be rushed to a hospital and I would be charged later after I've received care from the hospital. In Mexico, you need to actually pay for everything up front before they treat you. So imagine being in a medical emergency and the hospital being like, okay, we can't help your friend until you pay all of these invoices, and trying to, at the very last moment, in a moment of panic, trying to figure out how we were going to pay for this medical emergency. So knowing that that might be your case if you're in a country where they operate like that, and just having money set aside so you're prepared for that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I was really just speaking from my heart, and I had so much fun in Tulum. Don't get me wrong. A lot of great lessons, a lot of really cool first experiences, and I'm going back in 2025. So I will see you guys there. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next video.